I noticed nandito ka sa labas. Yung ibang mga congressmen nandun sa loob pinapapasok. Ano yun, ayaw kang papasukin?
Hindi, may pending meeting ako with Speaker Romualdez, kakausapin ko siya. Pero gusto kong sabihin sa kanya, "Ay, bye-bye. Bye-bye, crocodile." Una sa lahat, ang kalaban ko talaga ay si Martin Romualdez kasi siya yung nag-issue. Siya yung doon nag-umpisa lahat ng mga issue ko. Tapos si BBM naman, nisip ko, "Oy, baka protektahan niya si Romualdez." So kinalaban ko na din si BBM.
So hindi totoo yung sinasabi nila sa'yo, ni Congressman Puno and the others who are questioning your mental fitness.
The burden of proof lies with them. Kung sila yung magsasabi na baliw ako o may problema sa utak ko or I'm mentally unwell, then they are the ones who have to prove it.
Bakit ka daw ba meow ng meow?
Kasi mahilig ako sa posa. Sabi na parang, "Oy, abnoy yan. Anong ginagawa niya? Hindi yan yung gawain ng mga normal." Kasi ang response ko naman yun kay Kong Ferrer of Gentry. Ang response ko naman sa kanya, ano gawain ng mga normal na congressman? Magnakaw?
Congressman, ano na ba nangyayari at this hour?
Well, honestly, hindi natin alam. Ang daming iba-ibang mga sinasabi sila na posibleng si Bogie D ang magiging speaker o posibleng hindi mag-resign si Speaker Martin Romualdez, posibleng iba-iba.
Okay.
Because it's a very chaotic time right now. Si BBM, ano na siya, parang nawawala na yung support sa kanya ever since na nag-announce ng resignation si House Speaker Romualdez. Maraming mga tumatawag sa akin, mag-message sa akin from armed forces, PNP, mga reservists din, na natanong nila kung magkaka-EDSA na ba tayo o people power na ba to, matapos mawawala na ba si Marcos?
I noticed nandito ka sa labas. Yung ibang mga congressmen nandun sa loob pinapapasok. Ano yun, ayaw kang papasukin?
Hindi, may pending meeting ako with Speaker Romualdez, kakausapin ko siya, parang mag-hi lang and sasabihin ko sa kanya, "Hey, kumusta?" Because we've only spoken at least three or four times in my life. At hindi kami masyadong nakapag heart-to-heart conversation. So gusto kong sabihin sa kanya, "Oy, bye-bye. Bye-bye, crocodile."
Aasarin mo siya?
Kasi natalo ko siya. Sabi ko, I call for the investigation speaker, tapos announce ko sa page ko na, I will take speaker's position. So ngayon, mawawala na siya speaker. Well, hopefully, mawawala na siya speaker. So syempre, sasabihin ko, ganyan. Ganyan yung mangyayari sa ating mga corrupt na official. Kung gusto mo maging corrupt, kung gusto nyo hayaan na bilyon-bilyon ng mananakaw sa pera ng taong bayan, di syempre, you deserve that.
What makes you so sure na haharapin ka niya after all the things that you've said against him?
Well, I believe in his bravery, or at least a small amount of bravery, in being able to being able to face the adversary that beat him. Kasi, syempre naman, natalo ko siya. Talo na siya, ayaw na sa kanya ng taong bayan, wala talagang may gusto kay Romualdez. And I think people are viewing this as a step towards positive change.
Pero ang rest back naman nila sa'yo, you're not well, you're unwell. Di ba si Congressman Puno was insinuating that you
Yes.
may not be mentally fit.
Well, first of all, si Congressman Puno hindi siya isang doktor or any form of medical professional. So, he has no basis of saying that. And secondly, siguro, crazy talaga ang lalaban kay Romualdez nung panahon na yon last week. Kasi siya yung pinakamalakas na tao sa buong Pilipinas noon. Siya at si Marcos. Silang dalawa yung may control ng buong budget, lahat ng mga issues ay galing sa kanila. Like sila yung pinaka-mastermind ng lahat ng masamang nangyari nung flood control. And going against them, parang it's political suicide. And it's not just political suicide, it's also personal suicide. Kasi baka mamaya patiin nila ako or ipakulong nila ako. There's only a crazy person could do such a thing, and only a crazy person could think of such a thing. But sometimes it takes crazy people to change corrupt systems.
Pasensya ka na, Congressman Barzaga. I know there's data privacy, especially when it comes to your condition or your health, di ba? But you're a public person, you're a
Yes.
congressman. So can you categorically state ano ba talaga ang, the state of your mental health, if you can say so?
Well, I have not been diagnosed of anything. Kasi ang mangyayari dyan is, kung sakaling may nakikita na may problema sa pag-iisip mo, edi pupunta ka sa psychiatrist, they will diagnose you and then they will prescribe pills. But I have not really been diagnosed of anything. Ano, may mga iba-ibang nagsasabi na baka ganito ka, or maybe you have some autism or something because of the different way I act. Pero regarding all neurological tests, like for example, I got yung sa LTAP, wala akong problema doon. I was able to legally purchase a firearm. Sa reserves naman, wala din akong problema sa neuro doon. In all forms of neurological tests, I have passed.
So hindi totoo yung sinasabi nila sa'yo, ni Congressman Puno and the others who are questioning your mental fitness.
The burden of proof lies with them. Kung sila yung magsasabi na baliw ako o may problema sa utak ko or I'm mentally unwell, then they are the ones who have to prove it. I'm not the one who has to prove that I am normal.
So where is this coming from? Bakit ka naglakas loob na magsalita? Everyone else, 'di ba? Tahimik. And then here comes a Gen Z congressman,
Yes.
suddenly nagsasalita. Saan ba nanggagaling? Saan nanggaling 'yon? Saan ka nanggaling?
Well, President Marcos and Speaker Romualdez are the most powerful people in the Philippines, and I wanted to see personally if I could beat them. That's all.
Yun lang. Wala kang ibang motivation.
Yes, I just wanted to see if I am capable of defeating the two
Okay.
most powerful people in the Philippines.
But what was your basis for saying na corrupt si Speaker Romualdez, he should step down? Do you have any proof? Do you have any basis?
Okay, there are only two sides to this. Firstly, I have some personal knowledge, as I have stated in the previous interview. But even if I were to reveal everything, even if I were to show a whole video of him stealing money, he will not be imprisoned because he is the cousin of the president. And as you know, with our justice system here, we cannot trust the justice system here. Secondly, there are either two things, two scenarios. Either nagnakaw siya ng hundreds of billions, so he's already wrong. Masama na yun, di ba? Correct. Or, hinayaan lang niyang manakaw yung hundreds of billions of flood control projects. Then, either way, he should also be investigated as speaker if he failed to stop congressmen from stealing hundreds of billions under his watch. It's corruption by staying in a position where he could prevent the theft of hundreds of billions and yet choosing to be silent about it.
Yun lang ang meron ka against him?
Well, I have a few more. I'm pretty sure everyone has plenty of things against Speaker Romualdez. But that's what I have for now, and I don't think this issue will take too long. Take too much longer. There's a very big possibility that it will all end on September 21.
Kasi so far ang na-name was Zaldico. But does it stop with Zaldico?
It does not stop with Saldico because if Saldico is named, then who else? It can't just be him alone. It's very unlikely that out of 300 people in Congress, only one of them is stealing, right?
So, pwede ba kitang tanungin ng diretsahang tanong in Tagalog? So, sa palagay mo, liable o may kasalanan si Speaker Romualdez? Kasi ang nabanggit lang is Congressman Ko.
Yes. Pero imposibleng hindi niya nakikita na daang bilyon ang nananakaw sa atin. Tapos, kahit naman wala siyang ninakaw doon, kung hinayaan lang niya, corruption pa rin yun. He still allowed the public funds to be stolen. At it's not just a small one. Hindi lang parang small pork barrel na 1 million, 2 million yun. It's hundreds of billions. It could have saved thousands, maybe even 1 million lives.
Naalala ko, sinabi mo, when your father died, you were the substitute and Dasmariñas, your district, was put under the caretakership ni Speaker Romualdez. And then sinabi mo, naglagay ng flood control project dun sa inyo, dati wala namang baha, biglang nabaha. Anong basis mo sa pagsabi nun?
Well, firstly, that's by observation. The city engineer, I talked with the CDRMO and city engineering office, and we noticed significant increase in flooding during 2025. And secondly, ang nakipag-coordinate kay Speaker Romualdez ay si Mayor Jenny Barzaga noon. Kasi noong 2020...
Who's your mother?
Yes, who's my mother. Kasi noong 2024, nung namatay si Pang PD at naging district caretaker si Speaker Romualdez, ako ay kasalukuyang CCL president noon, Cavite Councilors League. So I was an ex-officio board member and a city councilor, so wala akong kinalaman sa flood control project noon.
May anomalya ba rin yung flood control project nyo doon?
If you look at what has happened and the increase in flooding, then it's possible that there are anomalies, very likely.
Bakit ka daw ba meow ng meow?
Kasi mahilig ako sa posa. Pwede tayo mag-meow-meow?
Sabi ni Congresswoman Garin, di ba? Kahapon, sana daw, wag ka naman daw meow ng meow.
Hindi, pero si Congresswoman, very friendly naman siya. Seatmate ko siya lagi sa Rules Committee and, well, hindi na ako Rules Committee ngayon, pero seatmate ko siya lagi. I talk to her all the time. And mukhang happy naman siya doon nung nagmamiyaw-miyaw kami. Minsan nagmamiyaw-miyaw din siya sa akin. So, siguro medyo na-offend lang siya kasi nasama siya sa video tapos yung mga comments may mga against sa kanya. Ding backshot. Ding backshot window. Mga old issues niya. Wala pa ako nun. Siguro high school pa ako, bata pa ako nun.
So ano ba itong ginagawa mo dito sa Kongreso? Deliberate ba na you're being a disruptor? O naglalaro ka ba? Nang a-agitate? Ano itong play mo na ito? Ano itong laro na ito?
I mean, if you think about it, if Congress is evil and I am disrupting evil, then that means I am good. Diba? Kung may kasamaan sa Kongreso at dinidisrupt ko yun, edi mabuting tao ako.
Ano yung channeling Gen Z?
Hindi naman. It's not about age because I believe that there are Gen Zs which aren't very politically interested. And there are also old people who are very politically progressive. Kaya it's not, there are certain things that come with age and there are certain tendencies for people of different ages. Pero it's not a problem about age. Lahat ng Pilipino ay apektado dito kasi lahat naman tayo pag binaha, mamamatay.
Pero napaka-Gen Z ng mga meme mo. Ikaw ba gumagawa na?
Ako gumagawa nun. Ako lahat gumagawa. Well, may editor ako, pero ako yung nagsabi, oy, ganito yun. Tapos, ito yung pusa na gamitin mo or medyo mas galit pa dapat yung pusa. Mga ganon.
Explain mo nga yung, may nagsabi, tapos sabi mo yung isang meme na nakita ko, ano nga yun? Tigilan mo na yung ginagawa mo, tapos sabi mo, ano bang ginagawa ng Kongreso? Nagnanakaw? Parang ganon.
Oo.
Ano yun?
Hindi, yun yung
Aha.
hindi yun yung gawain ng normal na congressman. Kasi parang sasabi
sa'yo,
na parang, oy, abnoy yan. Anong ginagawa niya? Hindi yan yung gawain ng mga normal. Kasi ang response ko naman yun kay Kong Ferrer of Gentry. Ang response ko naman sa kanya, ano gawain ng mga normal na congressman? Magnakaw? Kasi yun naman talaga yung ginagawa ng mga congressman. So, kung ang normal na gawain nila ay magnakaw, edi mas good ako na hindi ako normal. Di ba?
Ilan na ba yung ginawa mong meme?
Ilan ba total?
Hundreds.
Thousands?
Oo. Ano
Kasi dati pa, nung consel pa lang ako, mga first term, second term, nagaganon na ako eh. Pero dati, ang mga like inaaway ko lang, parang nagre-response lang ako sa mga bashers ko. So ngayon, yung mga bashers ko, naging congressman na, naging senator na, kaya it's the same. I treat everyone equally.
Buti kinakausap ka pa dito ng mga congressman.
Oh, I still have plenty of friends here. I made friends here before, and I don't think that the difference in our political beliefs should stop us from being friends.
Pero ito pala, nakita ko yung litrato. They have an issue dun sa mga lewd photos mo raw, na may mga babae daw ba na nagay yung hita niya sa leeg mo o legs niya sa leeg mo. And then marami ka ring pinakitang mga karangyaan ng iyong lifestyle.
Yes.
So sinasabi nila, nepo baby ka rin.
Nepo baby ako. Meow. Kasi if nepo baby is like someone who's a son of a congressman or of a mayor or part of a political family, then by all means, I am a nepo baby by that definition. So I don't reject that.
Pero bakit ka nga nagpapakita ng mga karangyaan? Congressman ka. That's being insensitive. I think that's the issue dito sa mga nepo baby, di ba? Insensitive, and pinapakita nila yung luxury items nila na malamang galing sa hindi tamang gawain. So you're bunched together with them. You don't mind?
That's okay. Firstly, it's not a luxury kasi yung mga nag-headlock na sa akin na babae, yung sa cosplay event yun, tapos kasama yun sa mga fan service nila. Like, pwede kang magpa-picture sa kanila na nakaganon, tapos bibigyan mo ng mga 100 pesos, ganon. Para mga content creators din, alam mo yung mga content creators na kailangan mo magbigay ng mga 50 pesos, 100 pesos para magpa-picture. Sila ganon din, pero parang magaganon sila para mas.
So hindi lewd photo yon.
Well, I mean, it is a lewd photo, but it's part of the cosplay culture. And ganun din naman talaga kasi pinayagan naman sa SMX. The venue was SMX, and if it is completely legal there, then I don't think there's any ethical problems involved.
If the tables are turned against you because you admitted na nepo baby ka, anong isasagot mo? Malinis ka ba, Congressman Barzaga? Na may karapatan ka bang manghusga kung sinong mga hindi malinis at kung sino yung mga dapat mapatalsik? Ikaw ba malinis ka coming from a political family too?
Well, depends on what you define as clean. Me, I have not been involved in any cases. Well, until now, kasi may mga kakasuhan.
Kasi bata ka pa, bago ka pa sa politika.
Well, maybe by the time I become corrupt, people can start speaking out against me. But right now, I'm still young, wala pang kaso, enjoy muna.
Anong maipapangako mo? Kasi when people see legislators like yourselves, syempre may mga naaasar, pero meron ding mga sabi, ayan mga bata, dapat baka sila na. People put their hopes on young legislators like yourselves na baka kayo ang magpapabago ng takbo ng politika dito sa ating bayan. Ano masasabi mo doon?
I promise to always be myself, whether for good or evil.
Do you promise not to steal? Huwag ka rin mangkukurakot?
Wala mang congressman na hindi magsasabi na yes doon, di ba? If I promised that I would not steal, would you believe me?
We will see.
We will see. Okay, yun yung sagot. Yun rin yung sagot ko. We will.
Sisingilin ka namin balang araw.
Yes, and I hope you do the same to all my fellow congressmen and all other public officials.
Pero hindi mo maipangako. Ayun ang camera, oh.
Hindi, wala akong ipapangako because we don't know what might happen in the future, and I strongly disagree with relying on the promises of public officials. You can only trust in them going after their personal interests and not in them promising to do what is good.
Sabi nila, DDS ka raw. DDS ka raw.
Medyo
Duterte supporter ka daw.
actually may nagtanong na sa akin yan, and as I have said, parang 50-50 ako dyan since the previous elections noong 2025, ang Duterte senators na sumuporta sa akin ay si Senator Bongo at si Senator Marcoleta lang, while the rest of the DDS, they actually campaigned with my enemy, with our political enemies. Kaya like there are some Duterte senators I support and some that I still am not too sure about.
You were NUP, di ba? So
Yes,
you
it was
were with the
NUP.
BBM Sara Duterte team, tama ba?
Yes, but my father was Lenny.
Pero umalis ka na ngayon. When you spoke out, umalis ka sa NUP, tama ba?
Yes. Now I left a few minutes. I left about an hour or two before I spoke out.
So anong status mo ngayon?
Independent.
Independent. May pahaging ka rin daw kay Presidente
Yes.
sa isang meme. Explain.
Okay, una sa lahat, ang kalaban ko talaga ay si Martin Romualdez kasi siya yung mga nag-issue. Siya yung doon nag-umpisa lahat ng mga issue ko. Tapos si BBM naman, nisip ko, oy, baka protektahan niya si Romualdez. So kinalaban ko na din si BBM. Yun lang, kaya may mga memes din na. So ngayon, since wala na si Romualdez, kalaban ko na rin si BBM kasi like, nag-umpisa na yung away namin, hindi naman na pwedeng sabihin na, oy, stop na tayo. At may mga kaso din ako, so just go with the flow.
Isa ka lang ba na Gen Z na congressman? O
Hindi, madami pang, well, hindi ko alam kung madami pang iba. Kasi yung Gen Z, until 1990, ano sila?
1995. Oo. So ilang taon? Oo.
1995 and above.
So pasok ka, di ba? Pasok ka sa banga.
Parang mga 3 lang kami doon. Ang isa doon, yung anak ni Martin Romualdez. Ano yung pangalan nun? Yung anak ni Martin. What's his name? Wait, alam ko.
Whoever. Hindi,
Alam ko, wait
hindi
lang.
sasali sa'yo yun.
Syempre, hindi sasali
Hindi
sa akin
yung
yan.
isa.
Hindi, malay mo, sumali sa akin yan. Kasi ako naman, I go against what my parents want sometimes because that's what it means to be your own person. So, kung sumali sa akin siya, I will welcome him.
5 questions, Congressman Barzaga. Yes or no or maybe. Una, dapat bang ipagbawal ang mga political dynasty sa Pilipinas?
Maybe. Kasi, firstly, check muna natin kung ano yung magiging definition ng political dynasties because there are plenty of very different definitions of political dynasties. And depending on that, dun yung magiging sagot ko.
Okay, second question. Sang-ayon ba kayo na tanggalin ang confidential funds sa Office of the Vice President? And siguro para din sa ibang mga opisina pa.
Yung confidential funds issue, mga 2023 pa yan. At during that time, local official pa lang ako, so wala akong masyadong alam dyan. But
Yes
my
or no or
opinion-
maybe?
in my opinion, no, but confidential funds usage must be investigated.
Okay. Question number 3, dapat bang magkaroon ng mas malaking participation o responsibilidad ang mga kabataan sa pambansang polisiya kahit mas kaunti ang kanilang karanasan, lalo na sa traditional politics?
Maybe kasi kung tama naman ang ginagawa ng gobyerno natin, pwedeng mag-focus ang kabataan sa schools, sa sports, enjoying their youth while the government does its job. Pero ang naging problema ngayon, ang daming problema sa gobyerno na kailangan maging active na ang kabataan. But in an ideal society, the youth should not be worried about their government status.
Naniniwala ba kayo na ang mga anak ng mga politiko o yung mga tinatawag na nepo babies ay maari pang magsilbi ng tapat sa gobyerno? Yes or no or maybe?
Yes. Kasi pag tiningnan natin kung anong ginagawa ng mga nepo babies, 'di ba, bumibili sila ng mga expensive cars or expensive na mga relo. Ginagawa nila 'yun para sa social validation. Gusto nila na isipin ng mga kaibigan nila na, "Oy, ang galing nun." Ang pwede nating gawin is baguhin yung image ng social validation. So ang inisip nila, mas cool na may magandang relo ka. What if gawin nating ang cool ay yung mga tumutulong sa kapwang Pilipino o yung mga tumutulong sa mga mahihirap? What if we change the system to value charity over flexing?
Okay. Last question. Sang-ayon ba kayo na sapat na ang kasalukuyang mekanismo ng Kongreso para bantayan at pigilan ang katiwalian sa paggamit ng pondo?
No. Alam naman natin yung Congress. No, hindi sapat yan.
Hindi ba natin pwedeng i-envision ang isang gobyerno, lalo na ang Kongreso, na walang bahid ng kurakot o anomalya?
If Singapore cannot make a perfect government, then what hope do we have?
Masakit naman nun.
I mean, ganun talaga. Tingnan mo, ang ganda-ganda na sa mga, yung sa mga European governments in Singapore. Pero, kahit papaano, may konting corruption pa rin doon. Eh, sa atin, parang alam mo yung stage 1 lang yung cancer nila. Sa atin, stage 4 na. Tapos may tuberculosis pa. Tapos may heart condition pa.
Ganun kalala ang sakit ng Pilipinas.
Tapos putol pa yung paa. Tapos may diabetes pa. Tapos kailangan pa magpa-dialysis.
Napakamalas naman natin.
Basta ganun ang sitwasyon natin, but we can, well, pag ganun yung pasyente, wala nang pag-asa yun. Pero our government has a chance. Yun yung,
So anong ginagawa ng mga congressman na bata, na Gen Z, na katulad mo sa gobyernong ganito?
wala, chill lang. Lahat ng mga, yung mga iba, takot sila madamay sa issue. May mga kausap akong mga similar age sa akin, pero lahat sila sinasabi na, oy, baka madamay kami, baka ubusan yung budget namin sa distrito, baka makapakulong, mamatay kami. And that's a system. We can't fight Marcos and Romualdez without risking our lives.
Wala ka man lang bang matalinhagang sasabihin sa mga nangangarap na sana bumuti naman ang ating lipunan?
Kiko Berzaga for speaker. Subukan nyo lang, I promise. Kahit isang buwan lang. Wag naman mga 1 month. Kailangan ko pang himam.
Totoo ba yun na
Kasi
pumasok
nakita
ka
ko
daw,
yung
totoo ba yun na weirdan sila sa'yo pumasok ka sa opisina daw ng speaker kahapon and then you pronounced yourself na, tatakbo ako for speaker. So, weirdan sila sa'yo doon.
Hindi yun kahapon kasi parang, hindi, nung Lunes ba yun? Lunes yun. Ang sabi ko, kasi nakita ko na marami nang nagsasabi sa akin na Speaker Romualdez will resign. So, isipin ko, oy, baka kailangan ng bagong speaker at sino pa ang mas eligible kaysa sa akin kasi ako yung tumalo kay Romualdez. Edi syempre, by manner of succession, I beat him in a fair trial by combat. I should become the new speaker, di ba? Di ba ganun yun?
Pero hindi naman ganun ang politika sa totoong buhay, di ba?
But like, If I could beat him, then that means I'm competent enough to do his job.
Okay, I'll leave it at that.
Yes.
Thank you. Maraming
you.
salamat.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.